Hello everyone, welcome to a new squad builder. This time I'm using a fully Mexican team, mainly to highlight these international man of the match Mexicans from the World Cup. Anyway, in goal we've got Ochoa, I think is how you say it, international man of the match. Really good goalkeeper, especially for his rating. He's only overall 81, but if you look at his diving and reflexes, 88 and 90, they are just insane, and you really do tell it in matches as well. Handling not the best, and there are times when you notice that, where maybe you think he should catch it and he knocks it for a corner, or maybe knocks it back into the box. But he's still a really good goalkeeper. I definitely recommend trying him out, especially for those diving and reflexes. They're on par with goalkeepers that are probably the best in the game. So in just general one-on-ones and reaction saves, he is an unbelievable goalkeeper. First centre back, got Ayala. Not the best centre back I've used. There really aren't very good Mexican centre backs, but this one that I went with, not the worst defending stats I guess, and not the worst pace, but his heading really does show, especially since headers are so OP in this game. When you're defending him, he just gets beaten by anyone. So yeah, he's definitely not the best in the air for a centre back. On the ground I guess he's not too bad because he's fairly pacey, but I wouldn't recommend him unless you sort of had to use him in a team like I have here. Then on the right we've got this guy Moreno, a lot better than Ayala. Both of them decent on the ground. Obviously, as you can see, he's got good heading stats too, which means he can at least attempt to defend OP headers. Then in the middle here we've got international man of the match Marquez, really good centre back. 59 pace isn't the best for a centre back, but it's definitely not the worst. Then obviously he's got good defending stats, good heading stats as well. Decent passer for a centre back too. Maybe not worth the price. I guess he's sort of like 10k, and for a 77 overall that's not that good. But if you want to pick him up and try him out, you're not going to lose money on him. I picked him up for 11k, and you can quick sell him I think for about 9,400, around about that. So even if you picked him up for the same sort of price I did and his price went down a bit, you're never going to lose too much money. So it's worth trying him out. Same with Ochoa here. Doesn't go for that much more than the quick sale price, so you're not really going to lose any money on him. Then we move on to the centre mids here. Now these you do have to pay a fair amount for. Mainly I think because obviously people might be trying to make Mexican teams like I have now that they've got these man of the match players. Maybe that's pushed their price up a bit, that's all I can think. Because even for silvers, they're not the best centre mids. Definitely not the worst. You can see there, both of them, or not him so much, but Salcido here, decent pace, alright dribbling for a silver, decent defending, good heading as well. And then Herrera here, pretty good pace, alright passing, alright dribbling. But for silvers I wouldn't think they were that good, but I guess for this team they are literally the only decent centre mids you can get that are relatively good at defending. So they do go for sort of, I think Herrera goes for about 7 grand and Salcido goes for a bit less than that, about 5, 6. But obviously if you want to make a Mexican team you can't really not put them in it, which is why their price I guess is so high. But they're not too bad anyway, I can't complain too much. On the left here we've got Dos Santos. I was really impressed with him. He's got, obviously you can see good pace, good dribbling, alright passing, but he seemed really good. Gets down the left a lot. I tend to cut in more with my wingers, which you can't do with him because he's left footed obviously. His weak foot's 4-star, I guess you could a little bit. 5 assists in 7 games, really good for obviously someone like me who doesn't play on the wing so much. But yeah, we'll go on to Vela on the right here. Sort of the same as Dos Santos, except you can cut in because he's left footed. Really similar stats actually, same pace, dribbling, shooting and passing pretty much. You can see there only a 1 or 2 difference really in each one. With Elia, obviously like I said, he can cut in more, which meant I scored goals, a couple of goals with him. Didn't get any assists though, which is a bit of a shame. But like I said, I tend to cut in with him, which meant I was going for a goal more than I was going for like setting other people up. Then we move on to Jimenez here at Cam. Really the only Cam that you can get that's Mexican. There's not really a lot of choice. He's not the best. I was a bit surprised. I didn't think he'd be very good at all, because obviously he's not got any stats to really stand out. Guess he's alright shooting for a Cam, but everything else is sort of average. But I did score a few goals with him. Obviously you don't expect him to do that good because his stats aren't the highest, but I guess for a Mexican team you've got no choice really, and he's not the worst player in the world anyway. Then we move on here to international man of the match Peralta. Now I really wasn't that impressed with this guy. He's obviously, you can see he's decent pace, decent shooting, decent dribbling, so he is a good striker. Hernandez here costs about 10% of the price, and he's overall much better striker. But as far as I can see, if you want two Mexican strikers, these will probably be the best two you can find. But yeah, I only scored a couple of goals with Peralta. He's not the worst striker in the world. He's pretty much an average, decent pace striker. But like I said, if you make a Mexican team, you still kind of need him in it. And like with the other international man of the match players in this team, he doesn't sell for that much more than the quick sell price, so even if you want to try him out in a team, he's not going to lose that much money. Then we go on to Hernandez here, definitely the sort of standout player in this team I found. Really good pace. He doesn't have the best dribbling or shooting, especially for a striker, but I was really impressed with him. Scored I think 6 goals in 7 games and 3 assists, which for a striker so cheap I think is really good. So I was definitely impressed with him. And overall not a bad team. One you'd kind of just want to try out, not maybe for long term. Just have a few games, try out these international man of the match cards, and you're not going to lose any real money making this team either. If you wait a few weeks, these two should probably go down as well, since World Cup cards won't be so popular, and then you definitely won't lose any money. But yeah, I definitely recommend giving this team a try, especially those World Cup man of the match players.
Done here.